It's easy to assume that a band's biggest hits are just as loved by the artists who created them, but that's not always true. For Roger Daltrey, the powerful voice behind The Who, two of their songs carry meanings far deeper and far darker than most fans could ever imagine. One became an anthem he grew to resent, the other a song he believes is cursed. Together they tell the story of how even rock legends can become haunted by their own music. This is Legend Uncovered. Back in the early 1970s, The Who were unstoppable. Pete Townshend was redefining what rock could be, experimenting with grand concepts far beyond ordinary albums. One of his most ambitious ideas was a project called Lifehouse. Though it was never completed, several of its songs survived and became the foundation of one of The Who's greatest albums. Who's Next, 1971. Among those songs was one that would define The Who forever, I Won't Get Fooled Again. From its roaring synthesizers to Keith Moon's thunderous drumming and Daltrey's legendary scream, it became the ultimate live closer, a track that electrified stadiums for decades. Fans loved it. They waited all night to hear that final scream. But for Daltrey, over time, that same scream became something he dreaded. In a 2018 interview with Rolling Stone, Daltrey admitted, "That's the only song I'm bloody bored shitless with. I don't know why, but I'm being honest." A shocking confession from a man who has spent more than 50 years commanding crowds. He explained further, "All the others I can approach like I'm singing them for the first time. But that one, I just can't. Maybe it's psychological, I don't know." It was a rare glimpse into the toll of performing the same hit night after night. For the fans, Won't Get Fooled Again is thrilling, an explosion of nostalgia. For the man singing it, it's become routine. Performing a song like that isn't just about remembering the notes. It's about recapturing the same fire every single night. And when that spark fades, the song begins to feel like a chore rather than a triumph. Daltrey has always been the heartbeat of The Who's live shows. Even as the years passed and the lineup changed, he kept the band on the road, giving fans everything he had. That's what makes his admission so revealing. It's not about disliking the song itself, but about how endless repetition can wear down even the strongest bond between artist and art. That iconic scream at the climax? It's been reproduced thousands of times. A once spontaneous roar turned into ritual. What used to define The Who's energy now feels to Daltrey like an echo of something that can't truly be recaptured. If Won't Get Fooled Again represents fatigue, the song Music Must Change carries something far heavier, grief. By 1978, The Who had grown up. The wild mod youth of the 60s were gone. Keith Moon, the band's brilliant yet chaotic drummer, was struggling, both personally and professionally. When they started recording Who Are You, one particular track caused trouble. Music Must Change was written in 3/4 time, a standard waltz rhythm most drummers could handle easily. But Keith Moon wasn't most drummers. As Daltrey told the Howard Stern Show, Keith couldn't play the drums to it. It was in a 3/4. Keith couldn't play normal drums. Keith could play Great Moon drums, and that was it. Moon's unique, unpredictable style, the very thing that made The Who's sound so special, simply didn't fit this song. Eventually, they had to bring in a session drummer to finish it. For Daltrey, that moment marked something deeper, the beginning of the end. Not long after Who Are You was released, Keith Moon died of a drug overdose. And to Daltrey, Music Must Change became a painful reminder, the song where his best friend and bandmate could no longer keep up. Years later, in 2002, The Who decided to rehearse Music Must Change again, preparing it for their upcoming tour. It would be their last with bassist John Entwistle. The night before the first show, Entwistle died of a heart attack in his Las Vegas hotel room. 2 songs, 2 deaths, 2 friends gone, both connected to the same piece of music. Whether or not you believe in curses, Daltrey certainly does. He's called Music Must Change a cursed song, one that brings back nothing but pain. Since then, The Who have rarely, if ever, performed it again. These 2 songs, Won't Get Fooled Again and Music Must Change, show just how complex the relationship between an artist and their own music can be. One has been played so many times it lost its meaning. The other is haunted by memories of loss. For the fans, these are moments of joy and nostalgia. For Daltrey, they carry the weight of decades, exhaustion, grief, and the ghosts of old friends. It's a side of rock we rarely see. Behind every encore, there are emotions the crowd never hears. Behind every cheer, there are songs an artist may wish they could forget. Roger Daltrey's honesty about these songs only makes him more admirable. He's never pretended that every track means the same thing it once did. He still sings Won't Get Fooled Again because he knows how much it means to his audience, but he's honest about how it feels. Music must change, though remains buried, a song too painful to revisit. And maybe that's what makes Daltrey and The Who so enduring. They've never been afraid to confront the truth, even when it hurts. In the end, every song tells two stories, the one fans hear and the one the artist lives. Roger Daltrey's story reminds us that music isn't just performance. It's memory, emotion, and sometimes heartbreak.
Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon.